Our story begins in 1964. Ridgid approached us in London via the US Embassy. What happened was there were a number of USA companies who wanted to get a bridgehead into Europe, and they wanted to start with England. The US Embassy hosted a presentation of about half a dozen suppliers and manufacturers. Ridgid was one of them, and they were hoping to attract the attention of entrepreneurs that were willing to back the product and launch into the UK with them. And one such entrepreneur was Derek Hugh Cutmore, the founder of this business. He was 32 at the time. He had a very successful career in sales. He was actually an award-winning salesman for various companies. Whatever he saw, he liked a lot. And he became one of the very earliest distributors. At that time, Ridgid was an unknown force in the UK, completely unknown. And so our job was what is called pioneer selling. There was no distribution channel. All that we had was a range of equipment and end users. So we would go to the end users and say, can we have an hour of your time? We have a new product that may help you become more efficient, operate more safely, and save money. And luckily enough of them said, yes, give us a time and a date, and we'll see what you've got. When the multiple outlet companies came along, it was very much easier for us to establish ourselves with them, because they would know that the demand had been built for Ridgid products, and their customers would come in all over the place and say, can you get me a set of dies, a cutter wheel, a wrench, a 450 vise? That fed back to us becoming, over a period of time, a supplier to merchants. And that again is now a core part of our business.
Building a strong relationship with Ridgid was key to the success in the very beginning. We needed to have that bond and a partnership that was going to go together. And that was coupled with building a robust training program so that all of our guys here, they don't just sell a product, they know the product, and they know the products well. So they can advise what they are selling instead of just selling it as well. Proper inventory, proper stock holding is key. What we have in stock, and our stock value increases year on year with Ridgid. What we have there, if they order it today, they can see it tomorrow. Our customer-centric approach is that we work with our customers rather than for our customers. So at times we have, and witnessed it many times in the past, we've advised customers to buy machinery or tools that are half the price of what they originally wanted to buy, simply because what they wanted was more than what they needed for the job that they wanted to do. And using digital technologies, we've had to move forward in a way now that allows us to sell in multiple channels, not just through distribution, but also now using the digital sales of e-commerce to help us to move forward.
Consistently brilliant service. I think any company in whatever sector, if you're able to do those three things week in, week out, year in, year out, you have a good chance of being around for many, many years. And I think also never losing enthusiasm. And 60 years later, and in my case 39 years later, I'm as enthusiastic every morning at the thought of coming into work than I ever have been.
The type of plumbing, the way people go to do their business changes quite significantly over the years. We've adapted to all those trends. The brand reputation of Ridgid is a global brand. People trust it, people know it's there, so they know they're getting from us a quality product. Where our customer service and what happens after you've bought these products is key to everything. The fact that someone can pick up the phone and speak to a real person, get advice, be told how it will work, when it will be there, and we fulfill the delivery times, is massively important. Our innovation in looking at logistics of carriers, how can we get things there quicker, how can we get things there better, makes a huge difference to where people will come back to us and why customers trust us so much. And also we try to be competitive with pricing. Ridgid will never be the cheapest brand that there is out there, and that's for a reason, because quality costs, and our customers know that quality costs and they're prepared to pay that price. But we still have to be competitive. We still have to make sure that they have the best value for money they can get for that quality.
Is there such a thing as an average PTS customer or an average Ridge customer? It's a good question. I think there are certain things that are constants. Of course, somebody who buys a tape measure or a vice will not be the same person exactly who buys a drain camera, for example. But I think there are some things that tie them together. Firstly, it's somebody who appreciates whole life value for money. A Ridgid customer will understand the difference between that product being available for his use or her use for many years to come, and secondly, that it is more likely to not break unexpectedly or malfunction in some way when they're halfway through a job, which will mean downtime, lost money and lost efficiency.
Linkage offer diverse support to people, young adults with learning disabilities, and try to put them into the workplace. We champion that, and we employ and also fundraise for Linkage Community Trust, because everyone should be given an opportunity in life, and no matter where or what, when you start out in life, you need help and support, and whether that's because you have learning disabilities or not, you still need that help and support.
Successful 60 years in business. Yes, it's quite a record, one that I'm particularly proud of. It isn't about one individual, it isn't even about one product, it isn't about one location or one set of customers. At the core of it is people. This is a people business, and the staff here are key, absolutely integral to our success over those years. Currently we have a total combined service of 298 years. So that's almost 300 years of product knowledge, which of course we pass on daily, hourly to any particular inquiry. An established customer or somebody that's just thought for the first time, I wonder if a Ridgid tool's suitable for this job. Can I talk to somebody about it?
The difference between working for a large merchant company and working for power tool specialists is the family orientation that is put together, the being able to come together when there's problems, to sort things out and to diversify quickly and be able to turn with very little notice to meet the customer demand. And the company itself is evolving all of the time and continue to be, and I'm proud to be a part of that.
Of course, I'm particularly proud of our achievement of 60 years in business on behalf of the team. But I would say this, it's neither a beginning or an end, in much the same way that with Ridge Tool reaching 100 years was a great achievement. Really what it is another chapter in a long-running story.
Say Ridgid!
Say Ridgid!
Happiness is a Ridgid!